Hey guys, we're going to be doing a basic attention token technical analysis video today, and we've had a pretty nice uptrend here in the past 24 hours. We've come up a little bit and we're at 31 cents right now. So we're going to see if this can keep going up or if we're basically going to keep going down, because both charts are looking pretty bad. At least they were looking bad, but I've got some very bullish news for the guys that hold BAT and also for the guys that want to take this trade. So as you can see from here, we're going to start on the daily. On the 12-hour, we had some minor bullish divergence. So right here, we had some minor bullish divergence, which basically, it was only from these peaks. It was only from this peak to this peak. And basically, we found support here and bounced. And so obviously, we were dumping pretty hard with the Bitcoin dump as well. But we found support here. And with the bullish divergence, it helped pick us up. But on the daily, we basically had bullish divergence here from this peak to this peak. So I'm going to draw all of them for you guys and I'm going to show you. From this peak to this peak, you can't see that one. And then from this peak to this peak, we had bullish divergence, and that's in green so you guys can see it, right? So that's pretty strong bullish divergence. And then we went on. So as you can see, the price action here, we've got lower lows here, or we've made lows here, and we've got higher lows here. Now, from this peak to this peak, we actually have hidden bullish divergence, which means that BAT can basically, since we're on very good support, I've drawn this support for you guys. It's basically daily and weekly support. As you can see, it acted as resistance once here as well. When we dumped here, we came back, we hit it, and basically continued down, and then we finally broke it. But as you can see, there's a lot of confluence in these areas, a lot of confluence in this area. Right here, a lot of touches. So this is good resistance, this is good support basically, and this is why we've found support. But as you know, basically, so this is good support. As you can see, there's a lot of touches. I'm just trying to show you guys. So what you want to see basically is right here, we're losing momentum to the downside, these gray dots, and basically we're just losing momentum to the downside. Added on with this, bullish divergence doesn't always play out straight away, and hidden bullish divergence doesn't always play out straight away. But when it does play out, it goes up. It will have a pretty nice bounce, at least to these areas up here, and we're gonna see what our targets could be. But I just wanted to show you guys that because it's pretty huge. On a daily, basically for cryptocurrency, on a daily is the most we get, and the weekly if we're lucky. But the daily, a lot of whales are going to play this bullish divergence, so we should have a pretty nice bounce, and we're on very, very strong support, as I said. So if we can create some highs here, then we'd even be able to continue up, because we've got some resistance here basically. Yeah, we've got some resistance there and some resistance there. So let's see what we can actually aim for in terms of the daily. So it is looking pretty bearish in these terms because we're below all the major moving averages and the EMAs. We're about to get a death cross here of this pink and the orange. We're about to get a death cross, which also isn't good. Also this green and the yellow. So obviously, since we're below all the major EMAs, just like we are on Bitcoin, it can still bounce, it can still push through a little bit. So we should aim for about, I'd say, here. And if we can smash out these EMAs, I'll show you guys. If we can smash past at least the 200, which is the blue one, the dark blue one right here is the 200 EMA. So if we can push past that, we're going to have a pretty nice run for BAT. We're definitely going to have a very, very nice run for BAT. So that's what I want to show you guys for the USDT pairing. I'm definitely going to be taking this trade. It isn't financial advice, so you guys can do whatever you want, but I'm going to be taking this trade. And we're going to move on to BTC pairing. Now the BTC pairing sort of looks similar, basically. Right here, we've got some very good support and resistance. As you can see, it acted as resistance here. There's a lot of confluence in these areas. I'll show you guys just if you're new, you can basically tell this is a good support area. Very good horizontal support area, and we're coming back onto it now. So we're going to be able to bounce here, and we have had a minor bounce here, which is very good. It's looking a little bit better than the other chart that we're looking at. The only thing that worries me here is we had obviously this dump that I don't think may be done. So as you know, I just showed you the USDT pairing before, and we had bullish divergence on the daily, which is pretty big. And here we had bearish divergence. So I'll even change that to red for you guys so you know. right here, from that peak to that peak to this peak right here, that is bearish divergence that we have, and not hidden bearish divergence, that is bearish divergence. So it may have a little bit left in it right here. And it basically made us come from 32,000 Satoshis to 26,000. So I'd say it's almost finished playing out. If not, it is finished playing out. But as you can see, we're on good support as well. We've had a bounce. So I'd be aiming for at least these this blue one, this blue EMA. I'll show you guys what that is. Should be the 200. Yep, the 200. So we'll be aiming for this 200 EMA, which is going to be pretty tough resistance right here at around 28,000. And then we're going to be aiming for this. If we can find support, we're going to be aiming for 31,000 Satoshis, but it's not looking as good as the other chart was. So we're going to look on some lower time frames and analyze those. On the 12-hour, we also had bearish divergence. So we're going to get rid of that. But on the 12-hour, from here to here, we had bearish divergence. For BAT BTC, again, it is the BTC pairing. For the 1 hour, we also had bearish divergence, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we did. So that's hidden bearish divergence right here. Hidden bearish divergence. And let's see the 2 hour. Can we see anything on there? Not much. So we should be able to have a pretty nice bounce. I'm going to show you guys on the lower time frames. We basically have, we could make a pattern like this, is what it's starting to look like. Sort of like this, which would be pretty bearish because this is obviously going to range and then it might come down. That's the only thing. So that's a bearish pattern, a descending triangle. And but more specifically, if you want to play a bounce here just to be safe, there's some resistance right at this trend line. So if we do come up here and we break out of this, then you're going to be able to take a long position there. But it's looking pretty bearish. Nonetheless, we're going to quickly look at this as well. We're going to see if there's any resistance that we got to get through. Yep. So some clear resistance here, as you guys can see. This is actually a nicer looking descending triangle maybe. So if we do break out of this, if you want to take a safe trade, basically, if we break out of this, you're going to be able to buy this breakout. I'm going to get rid of this so I can show you guys. This trend line is acting as resistance. I'm going to get rid of everything else so you can see it more clear. So that's pretty tough resistance. As you can see, we keep hitting our head there. And if we can come up here, make some highs, then we'll be able to continue even higher. Let's see. Or we can range, to be honest. We can just keep ranging here. And like, yeah, and basically fill this triangle. We can range for a while. Yeah, we'll be able to range for a while even. Like, we might hit our head here and come straight down, or we can, with this bullish divergence, that's the thing, because this is a USD pairing again. With this bullish divergence, we could break this trend line, this upper trend line. So if we do break this upper trend line, then look for a long position because it's going to be a good one. And if we do put in some highs over here, so if we break these highs and hold, then we'll be able to push further. And then we'll talk about those in the next video, and I'll give you guys an update. But basically, as you know, we've called the Bitcoin dump, we've called the XRP dump, we've called Chainlink pump, and we've been making some really good trades on this channel. So if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe so you can stay up to date with this BAT update and everything else that I post. We do technical analysis videos basically every day. So I'd appreciate it if you guys could give this video a like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.